What's up, issue? For today's video, we're my full Zigzagoon team. So this Zigzagoon evolution team, all of them, right, and the forms are actually weak to fighting, which gives me a very, very big disadvantage against a lot of teams. Now, the last couple of days, I've had no power, or power's been fluctuating, and weather's been really, really bad here. So I haven't been able to upload or stream. So I do apologize for that, but we are back now. If you guys want to check my streams out, I will be streaming probably after this video. So twitch.tv/PipNightYT. Hope to see you there. And we're slowly getting people over there for the streams, and we've got YouTube for the video, the VODs and edited stuff. All right, so today we got two battles, and these was like really good battles considering what team I was running. So we got a colossal lead here. I lead off mostly this team with my Zigzagoon. Funny that, my Zigzagoon Galar. Let's go over what this set was. This was pretty much a counter, pardon the pun, to any physical attackers and especially fighting type Pokemon that were physical attackers too. So we're going to go for Protect here just to see what the colossal is going to do. Now, I was sort of thinking, okay, it may go for a Stealth Rock. If it does, it does. It's not the end of the world. At least I didn't reveal what I had, as my moveset. So I've got Focus Sash on this set. Obviously, we've got max attack and max speed. I've got Hasty Nature on this one too. I was in a little bit of a quandary because I was like, do I swap out into another Pokemon or do I just go for counter and sack off the Zigzagoon? I was like, let's go for the counter and bugger it. There's not really much I can do in this situation. It's not exactly the easiest team to use. Plus, I've only got 5 Pokemon as well. So, interestingly enough, the Colossal is going to be G-Max Colossal at the very, very start of the battle. So, maybe they're thinking, okay, we'll just get rid of this scrub quickly. So, I'm like, damn, son, we got to get rid of this Colossal. So this thing is going to be around on the field for 3 turns, and I wasn't even sure if I could even do any damage with this Zigzagoon team and start things off with. So their strategy was to go for the Stealth Rock to put them on the field, and then they went for the G-Max move, right, which actually is going to put the Magma Stones on the field. So they've got the Stealth Rock and the Magma Stones going. So any hope of Focus Sash is gone. Anyway, so I'm going to go for the counter. It's going to work there, and I do a lot of damage there to Colossal, and Colossal gets me with the Flame Body, which I found quite funny and ironic considering I was already going to go down this turn. I guess a little bit of a sprinkle of salt to the wound, people. Anyway, so Zigzagoon actually did pretty well there. I'm actually quite happy with that result. Next Pokemon we got is Zigzagoon number 2. Now, this one is also a Focus Sash set, so we got heavily counted here. This is a Protect Super Fang Last Resort set. Now I'm thinking here, well, I might go for Protect. I might be able to live really badly because obviously it's going to power the damage down, but I still may go down anyway. But it's not like it can really do too much. So go for Protect, like bugger it. Let's see what happens. And they actually went for a Max Guard themselves and it failed. So I was like, I wonder why they went for Max Guard, but the only reason I was thinking was, oh, they're going to get some G-Max damage there. But they probably could have taken me out there, I feel. So I can go for a Super Fang here, and I can go for a Last Resort. I can't go for a Last Resort until I go for Super Fang. So go for Super Fang. I knew that I wouldn't live this turn, obviously, and Super Fang pretty much does nothing there. And we got the last turn of the G-Max Colossal, so that's my Zigzagoon done. Now, all I've got left now is 3 Pokemon, and I haven't even taken a single Pokemon here. So the situation is beyond dire, people. So we're going to bring in Linoone here. This is my special Linoone Galar. It actually gets some pretty cool special moves. So Colossal is going to become small again, which is going to be rather helpful. So on this one, we got a nice stab Hyper Voice to get around that. Those Substitute, a sound-based move. We got Switcheroo. It gets, we got Shadow Ball and Blizzard Choice Specs, Max Speed and Max Special Attack. I was running Modest Nature on this one with the Choice Specs because, its Special Attack wasn't exactly, very good. So we got to Protect here from the Colossal. Now, as soon as I seen the Protect, I'm like, okay, they're just going to get some more damage off. I actually went for Switcheroo, right? Because I hadn't seen any special moves, so I was like, Switcheroo, Choice Specs might be good. So I'm going to hit some damage from the G-Max Rocks again there. I'm just going to call them G-Max Rocks because it's easy. Or Magma Rocks. I reckon Magma Rocks will be pretty easy. And we're going to go for Switcheroo here, play a little trick on this Colossal, and give it a Choice Spec. So obviously I'm going to be a lot weaker. I get a Charcoal, and it has a special... It's got Incinerate. What the heck? So it had Incinerate, and it didn't really do a lot of damage, but I still sort of found it annoying that it had like a special. Anyway, so I could go for a Shadow Ball here. There's really not a lot I can do. I kind of wanted to get in a place where I could set up against this thing, but in this fact, I could only do a little bit of damage. So going for Shadow Ball, it doesn't even take it out, and we got another Incinerate from the Colossal, and Linoone is down. Man, this is not going well. I got critted there as well, just for a little bit of extra result. So I've got 2 Pokemon left. I haven't even taken a single Pokemon out yet. So now we're going to go into Linoone, possibly the best Pokemon I've got on my team. This set had to be pretty good, guys, because you could see what I was running. So this was a Belly Drum set. Now, they had Incinerate. I was like, okay, what I got to do, right, is I got to go for Belly Drum, and then I've got to eat my berry, right, because if my berry didn't get consumed, Incinerate would actually incinerate the berry. That's the extra effect of it. It's actually quite a good move in the right situation, more in, like, say, Little Cup battles when people are running lots of berries and stuff. All right, so we got an Incinerate here. I knew that I'd be able to live this one. Linoone is somewhat bulky for a sweeper, and we got on this one Extreme Speed, Stomping Tantrum for Steel types, and Shadow Claw for Ghost types. A pretty standardish, good set. Works very nicely. A lot of the time, you only have to go for, like, extreme speed because of outspeed everything. Now, I went on this one, max speed and max attack. I gave it jolly nature on this one, too. So, go for Shadow Claw. That's going to take the Colossal one. Now, I need to get back into this game. I am way down. I've still got 5 Pokemon to deal with. And all I've got after this is Obstagoon as well. So if I come across a counter, which I was looking at their team through, is like, this definitely isn't going to be a clear win. It's going to be really, really difficult. So now we got the Torkoal coming in here. I've got Stomping Tantrum on this, and I've got Extreme Speed. The cool thing about Stomping Tantrum is it actually has a way to hit Steel types. I was also thinking as well, does this have, like, will this have, like, a sash or a weakness policy? Like, I wasn't really sure because, like, it could be any sort of item, but then again, I didn't have a lot of choices, so I just went for Stomping Tantrum to take it out. So even without the double base power at +6, this is going to be hitting really hard. And Torkoal is going to go down, so that was really good. And it had the Rocky Helmet, so like, okay, that's good. So, I mean, if one more Pokemon has a Rocky Helmet, this could get really, really messy. So we've got 4 more Pokemon left, and any Ghost-type Pokemon, I know that I can hit with Shadow Claw. The thing about Ghost-type Pokemon, right, is if they are faster than Linoone, they can take it out. So like a Gengar or something like that could be a big problem. So now we got, I'm not even going to say that name. We got the Cinderace coming here. I'm just going to go for the Extreme Speed. I was sort of hoping that they didn't have a sash or anything like that. I'm going to go obviously first, and that is going to go down. Goodbye, Cinderace. That's half the 10 gone. I actually haven't even done a Linoone sweep on my channel before, so maybe I might use this set during a Twitch stream or something like that and do this one in 3 seconds. So the next Pokemon we got is the Lucario. Now this was the problem Pokemon, so I'm thinking, okay, they're going to use Extreme Speed. They've got Bullet Punch. Like, there's a lot of options. Like, Extreme Speed is not very effective right against Lucario. But if I go for a Stomping Tantrum right here, they could have Extreme Speed and most definitely take him out. So this is a very, very big decision here for me. I was starting thinking I need to at least need to do some damage with Extreme Speed. I don't think it'll take it out, but it'll do a lot of damage because I'm at +6 in stab rate. So going for the Extreme Speed in case it did go for Extreme Speed, and I took that out. So that was really, really good there. Lucario going down. I believe they were going to go for Extreme Speed. So that was definitely the right choice. So I've got 2 more Pokemon to contend with here. I don't think they expected the Extreme Speed to actually take it out. So the next Pokemon that's going to come out is Glaceon. Wow, this person's got some really nice nicknames today. So I can go for Extreme Speed here. That'll be Stab. That'll most easily take out a Glaceon, even if a Glaceon is running like Extreme Bulk, like max health and max defense. The only other thing I was thinking of, if it does have any priority, but I'll still be able to take it out if it had like Ice Shard or something like that. So go for the Extreme Speed. And of course it's going to focus. Like, I knew one of these Pokemon would have a sash. So I was like, I wonder why they didn't bring that one in before. Then I'm sort of looking at their team, right? Maybe they expected Lucario to live that one, or didn't have a move to take out the Torkoal and things like that. So I guess that's why they left it for so long. So my last Pokemon is the Obstagoon. Now I haven't Dynamax yet, which puts me at somewhat of an advantage. Now this is the Ice Punch, Facade, Hone Claws, and Knockoff set. So we can just go for Knockoff and knock this Glaceon right out of this battle. I just gave it a small spanking there for that nickname. So we've got 1 more Pokemon left, and I've got the Flame Orb and Guts, you know, the usual Obstagoon set. So Linoone and Obstagoon were my best 2 Pokemon. The other ones were memes, right? So, and some of the memes actually work pretty well too, but I needed a little bit of a decent attack force on my team. Right, so the last Pokemon, actually, you know what? I've got to say that nickname's is a good nickname. Nice battle, man. Nice battle so far. So, I've got Max Hailstorm, I've got Max Strike, I've got Max Darkness, and I've got Max Guard. And there's no point go for a Max Guard, right? Because I've got my guts up already. So I could just go for a Facade. I could go for Facade. I was actually sort of worried about, I was like, okay, if it does a lot of damage to me, I could go down, right? If it lives. So I might as well go for Dynamax and get the extra, you know, bit of health and then this two-shotter, right? Lanturne's actually a pretty bulky Pokemon. It doesn't have a huge offense on its side, but in case it was a really offensive one, and I say I got critted or something like that and managed to live, that was why I did that. So we got to protect from the Lanturne there, and obviously that's going to power down the damage from Max Strike, but the next Max Strike is going to do a lot of damage to the Lanturne. So that still does heaps going through Lanturne's protect there. So I can go for another one. Man, I just noticed something. Look how big Obstagoon's tongue is, man. Like, just imagine getting, like, hit by that. Your ass will get, like, slapped across the battlefield. So I can go for another Max Strike here, and that's going to do a lot of damage. Even Max Darkness will do a lot as well. Like, this Lanturne is going to get hit hard. Now, they thought about this for a long time. I actually thought that we may get a DC here because they had such a commanding lead at the start, and then I sort of clawed my way back into it with the Linoone. So I was waiting here for a very, very long time. I was getting that baby bottle ready to put up on the screen and that salt pile, but they made their move. I went for the Max Strike, and Lanturne is going to go down to that one. Thank you for the battle, man. That was a really close battle somehow, because at the start I was getting spanked, like super duper spanked, and then I got back with Linoone and sort of just clawed that win there. All right, let's get on to the second battle. This was a rather interesting game as well. What's this trainer's name? Can someone please translate for me in the comment section? Thank you. There's always some awesome people that do that. I learn new stuff every day from reading the comments. And also, I do read all my comments, so I go through while I'm eating my breakfast and read all the comments you guys put on my videos. And that not just my latest ones, for any video too. Alright, so we got a Galar Stunfisk here. This thing is a little bit of a problem. I'm going to go into my normal Zigzagoon here and see what it's going to do. It's going to be a Moveset. Now, speaking of one-hit KO moves, I am working on Ponyta with Horn Drill Galar, but, there's been no W at the moment, people. The best I've done is 4 Pokemon, but I'm still trying to get that full 6 down. Anyway, so we got the Stunfisk Galar running away from my Zigzagoon. Actually, I was quite happy I got a swap there with the Zigzagoon. And we got Serena Williams popping into this tennis match. So I'm going to go for that Super Fang there. Did some pretty good damage. I'm actually really, I'm really proud of this. Now, this was a rare moment in Pokemon, people. Just watch this, only on Pip Knight's channel. So go for Protect here, right? That's, I thought that was quite a good move, so I could go for last resort. Serena's gone for that high jump kick, and it's going to hit the Protect, and they're going to keep crashing and live on 1 health. That's a merch plug, people. It lived on 1 health. Thank you to all the people who bought the merch. Anyway, interesting little mechanic. When you use Super Fang, right, you use half and half and half and half. And so it keeps halving the damage. But when you get to 1 health, if you use Super Fang, right, you can actually take someone out if they're out on exactly 1 health. And they were. That was absolutely wonderful. Not something you see very often there. So I think I've done that a couple of times, but the last time was a couple of years ago on YouTube. I can't remember what the battle was, man. If someone can remember what that battle was, that'd be absolutely like crazy, like Pip Knight viewer. Anyway, so next Pokemon coming here is this Zacian. So this is basically my team's worst nightmare. This thing can take me out with a Karate Chop. I don't even know if it learns Karate Chop, but just imagine that it learns Karate Chop, okay? I mean, it could probably drop its sword and use its paw to do a Karate Chop. So I can basically just stay in here and be human meat shield for this Zacian. So I've got Focus Sash on this set. I mean, I'm just trying to imagine if I didn't have, if there was Stealth Rock on the field, this would be really, really bad news. So the, actually, it's going to get a negative in defense there, was actually pretty good. I can go for a Super Fang. Obviously, that's going to be a little bit better on the last resort. I take half its health, which is really, really good there. There's obviously no hope in me outspeeding this Pokemon at all. It's very, very fast. And I'm just going to go down. Now, the next Pokemon we're going to bring in here is going to be the Zigzagoon. So I've got to bring in my counter Zigzagoon like right away to get rid of this threat, though. The problem is I'm basically going to lose half my team just doing this. So in a lot of the battles, I'd lose both my Zigzagoons pretty quickly. Like, the counter one would go, and then I might be able to get a Super Fang in the last resort KO, but then that would go down as well, because their speed isn't, all that great either. So we got that another big close combat from the Zacian. The good thing about this is I can just go for counter and take it out really easy, which is nice there. So this was the biggest counter to my whole team. I think I had one battle that I had. Actually, no. There's an amazing battle after this, people. Make sure you watch the bonus battle, because that basically sums up what happened to pretty much every battle I had with this team. So these were the 2 rare battles. So don't go thinking these battles were was like this every time. Like, most of the battles, probably like 98% of them were absolute fails. I'll get like destroyed every time. So next Pokemon coming sliding in here is the Inteleon. I can't do a lot here. I can go for a double edge. Also, the thing about this set, right, you can use up your Focus Sash, and you can thieve the opponent's item, right? So I thought that was quite cool if they had a good item. So go Protector, seeing what they're going to do, and they're going to go for a U-turn. So like, okay, I guess that's fine. I don't think I'm going to be outspeeding this Inteleon, so I think I just went for a double edge here or a thief. It didn't really matter. I was going to get outspared and destroyed by this thing anyway. So I went for the double edge there. It's going to be going for the Scald, and it's going to take me out. So, okay, so I'm thinking U-turn and 3 special moves. Okay, fine. U-turn for a little bit of slow momentum there, and a couple of special moves. So we got the Linoone coming in. This is my choice spec set. I can go for a Hyper Voice here. This will be a fair bit of damage, and hopefully I can do some good damage to it. I am running a speedy set, and I managed to outspeed the Inteleon, which is really good, almost taking it out. So that was really, really good there. I don't think they expected to outspeed me for me to do like that much damage to them either. So we got the U-turn there. That's going to be the Inteleon. And next point we got here, I was thinking, okay, maybe they know that I got choice specs judging on the damage, so Stun Fist could come in. That could be a bit of a problem. I've only seen Fissure on that set, though, so I was wondering like what other moves they had. But instead of that, they brought the Togedemaru in, so I'm locked into Hyper Voice. There's nothing I can do here. I was starting to think maybe I should just go for a Hyper Voice if they got, Sturdy or Focus Sash. I could at least get rid of that, right? So going for the Hyper Voice, it actually does pretty good damage. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. And now we got the Zingzap from the Togedemaru. I leave that on 2 health. That was very good because that's going to enable me to get another Hyper Voice off, which is pretty good too. So this thing doesn't have... It can't really... If it had Substitute, it wouldn't be able to get that up either. I like sound-based moves that they go through Substitute. It's really nice. So we got a Poison Jab, except when I'm trying to do a level 1 Pokemon sweep. You feel me? So my Linoone is going to go down. I've got my other Linoone, and I've got my Obstagoon left. So I've got 2 Pokemon left, and we got another 4 Pokemon to contend with here. So I was starting to think, should I get a Belly Drum up, or should I just go for the Stomping Tantrum? I was like... This could be a good opportunity to really set up against this Togedemaru and finish off the rest of the team. So let's go for the Belly Drum. Let's see what this does. Now, I EV'd this one actually so I wouldn't hit the berry straight away because I sort of, sometimes I go for a EV spread where I hit the berry straight away and some others. I like to try different things, right? Unfortunately for me, Togedemaru actually took me out on my Belly Drum. So I've only got 1 more Pokemon left, and it's my Obstagoon, so things are looking more desperate. I mean, as desperate as the first battle. So all I've got here is Knockoff, Home Claws, and Facade, and Ice Punch. I could go for the Dynamax here, but I feel it's a little bit premature to go for that. I could go for a Knockoff and take this out, or I could go for a Home Claws. I was really starting to think what I should do here. Anyway, so I was like, let's go for Home Claws. I think I can tank pretty much all the hits this can throw at me. I reckon I can tank probably like 2 or 3 hits from this thing. So I outsped it, which is a good start there. We got the Zigzap. Zigzap doesn't really do a lot of damage, and now I've got the Flame Ball, which is really good. So I've got +1, and I've got Flame Ball Guts going. So I can go for a knockoff and just take this thing out. I was sort of wondering, like, what item does this actually have? Like, then they swapped. It's like, okay, I went for knockoff there. That's going to do a lot of damage to the incoming Pokemon. And Inteleon is going to come in as, like, bye-bye Inteleon. It was nice knowing you. So that was actually really good because Inteleon could have definitely outspent me and done some good damage with U-turn or Scald or anything like that. Inteleon had Wise Glasses. That wasn't such a wise move there, son. So we got Togedemaru and Stun Fist left. So Togedemaru's going to slide back in, and I can go for a knockoff. I can't go for Facade. Well, I mean, I could go for... I reckon Facade would still take it out here, but I just went for knockoff because I wanted to see what item this thing had, and Togedemaru is going to go down. And guess what item it had? It had Focus Sash. So remember that play I did with my Linoone earlier on with Pipe Voice? That was a good play because that would have lived. Now we've only got 2 more Pokemon left to face. I've got the Stunfisk, and we got 1 other. And first we're going to have to deal with this Stunfisk. So I know this has Fissure, right? If I get hit by Fissure, I'm a goner, right? So I'm thinking if I go for knockoff, right, that'll do a lot of damage, and I can get rid of its item. I was sort of like wondering if it had like a berry or something like that, because that could be very annoying if it has Fissure. So go for that knockoff on the Stunfisk. Does a lot of damage there, getting rid of its leftovers. Fissure is going to miss. Thank goodness. I would have been so salty if Fissure actually hit there. Now, I can either opt to go for the Dynamax. Actually, I want to say this real quick. I was doing this battle on my stream, and I was actually kind of tired, and I forgot that I hadn't Dynamax yet. So that's why I hadn't Dynamax at this point, if you're wondering, like, yo, just go for the Dynamax now. So the last Pokemon came out into the battle. I was like, oh my god, I haven't Dynamax yet. Like, this is actually really good. So I sort of did this whole battle with 5 Pokemon and no Dynamax. So the last Pokemon we had, it was the Eternatus. I was like, actually, I don't know if I want a Dynamax because Facade's going to do like more than my, it's going to do like more than my G-Max move anyway. And I'm very confident I'll be able to take it out in one shot anyway. because like +1 in Facade and Guts is like no joke. So go for that Facade on the Obstagoon, and Eternatus as gonna drop like a stone, people. That, my friends, is the second battle. Hope you enjoyed this. This is a very, very difficult team to do. Make sure you check out the bonus battle at the end. It was rather funny. All right, catch you on stream, people. Peace.
Thank you.